Okay, so continuing on the back side of your note-taking guide, we're going to talk about the sum of two cubes. So I have given you a formula for the sum of two cubes right here on your handout. So if you are given two numbers, a cubed plus b cubed, there's a formula you can use to factor this. So first of all, how do you know if a number is a cube? So if you are thinking about the number in two parts, 64x cubed, for example, the first thing you're going to do is think about only the number portion. And you're going to use your calculator and you're going to type in, because it's a cube, you're going to type into your calculator 3 and then use your x radical and then type in the number 64. And that should generate an answer of 4. So the cube root of 64 is 4. The cube root of x cubed is x. So how do you find the cube root of a variable? You take the exponent and divide it by 3. So if you have x to the third, you just divide this number by 3, which gives you x to the first power. So looking back at our formula, in order to use this formula, we need to know what the cube root of both of our numbers are. So the example that I've given you on your worksheet is 64x cubed plus 1. So the cube root of 64x cubed is 4x. So we know that a is equal to 4x. The cube root of 1 is 1. So b is equal to 1. You can take the cube root, the square root, or the fourth root, or any root of 1 you want to, and it's always going to be 1 because 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, no matter how many times you say it, it's always 1. Okay, so if we look back at our formula right here for the sum of two cubes, it tells us that a cubed plus b cubed is equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So we know right here, we know what a and b are, so all we have to do is plug it into our formula. So a is 4x, b is 1. So 4x plus 1. Then a squared is 4x squared, so that's 16x squared. Then minus a times b, which is 4x, and then plus b squared, which is 1. So there is your answer to the factor of this using the sum of two cubes. Next, we're going to talk about the difference of two cubes, and it is very similar to the sum of two cubes. It just has a different formula. So our example for this one is 27x cubed minus 8. So in order to use our formula, we need to know what a and b equal. So a is the cube root of 27x cubed. So to find that, we're going to pull out our calculator and we're going to type in 3 because we want the cube root. We're going to type in the x radical button, and then we're going to enter the number 27 in, and that should generate an answer of 3. Now we have to know what the cube root of x cubed is, and that's x. So a is equal to 3x. So the b is the cube root of 8. And if we don't know that, we can use our calculator just like we did for 27 and hit the number 3 and then the x radical 8, and that should give us 2. So b is equal to 2. So now if we look at our formula, the difference of cubes formula is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So now all we have to do is, since we know a and b, we're just going to plug those into our formula. So I have 3x minus 2 times a squared, which is 3x squared, which is 9x squared, then plus a times b, which is 3x times 2, which is 6x, then plus b squared, which is 4. And there is our answer for that example.